And we are live. Awesome. Hey, Eric Papp here with you again. And this week we're going to be talking about how to accelerate through change, how to deal with change, and what are some of the typical emotions that we deal with when things are happening, when change is happening. And this is how appropriate of a topic this is. So on the screen here is my change accelerator curve. This is something that I've used for a couple years now. And you'll see that when we get a change, our initial human reaction is a sort of a confusion, right? There's a lot of confusion, and usually confusion left unchecked leads to anxiety, worry, and then as you see on the curve there, we start to dip down and we start to seek more comfort and complaining. We start to seek comfort in terms of the way things used to be. And what happens initially, so when we're dealing with the change that we don't want to face or we don't like, then our mind starts going not in the present moment or in the future, but our mind starts slipping to the past. And we start slipping to the past thinking, man, well, it wasn't like this, in 2019 or in 2020, or excuse me, 2018, 2017. And so we start to live in the past a lot more through our thoughts, and even through our actions. We kind of become a past-based individual in terms of the mindset and how we think. To give an example of that, of an extreme case of somebody who's living in the past, is if you go to like your local Applebee's and you might find that person at the bar, and they were the high school quarterback all-star. They scored 4 touchdowns in a single game, and everything that happened in their life, they were the big man on campus in high school, was all in the past, and they're just reliving the past. They're just telling old stories, or they're just complaining about their current situation because nothing was like, the high school days of 1993. So that would be a great example of somebody not being able to effectively deal with the change. So like I said, instead of dealing with the change head on, we seek comfort and complaining. And then what happens to our mindset as we go in the past. So what do we have to do? We have to meet it head on. And that's what you'll see the line is there for. So when we have a change that we're dealing with, like for example, the situation that we're in now, right? Whether it's working from home or whether it's, okay, now I've got a new way of operating, new way of communicating with my clients. We have to take courage. And so courage is staying above the line there. And that middle phase is contemplate. We have to think. We have to think and generate new ideas and generate new strategies and being able to pivot. So the contemplate, that is the thinking part. And I have contemplate because sometimes we can go throughout our entire day and we don't even think. We're not even, we're just going robotic. Oh, I'm answering my emails. Oh, I'm just going into this meeting. And we're not really thinking of new ideas, new strategies, new concepts that can take ourself and our business to the next level. So that's why phase one of the change is confusion. When we see confusion, it's natural for us to seek comfort and to complain. We have to ask ourselves is how low do I want to go? How below that line do I want to go? As opposed to taking courage and meeting it head on and saying, okay, here it is. This is the new normal. So what are the strategies, the concepts, the habits that I need to now start to doing to get myself in a position where I want to be? And now, once we do that, once we stay above the line there and we're thinking, we're generating new ideas, and we're having daily doses of courage where we're meeting things head on, then we get to that whole other plateau, that whole other side of this. We come out of it is now we're able to create. We get a higher sense of clarity. We get a higher sense of confidence. And now we're able to deal with that. So that is a very short explanation of the change accelerator curve. But it goes back to what I was talking about last week in that how to deal with uncertainty. And dealing with uncertainty, right? We have 2 choices we can have. We can either, when we're dealing with uncertainty or change, is we can take small doses of courage, okay, small doses of action, or I can then procrastinate, and that procrastination leads to stagnation, leads to the opposite of growth. And then also you can see leads into our mindset is very past-based, or we're complaining and everything great that happened to us was in the past. So we have courage. As you can see, I've got the options are courage or complaining. So a little distinction here. For example, think about it like if a dog sitting on a porch. You're walking in your neighborhood and you hear a little like yelping and you're thinking, man, what's going on? And you approach this house and you can see from the fence line, you're looking up at the house, you see a dog just kind of yelping, and you're thinking, man, is he in distress? Old man comes out, old man sitting in the rocking chair, and old man says, I can help you. And you say, yeah, why is your dog yelping? Does he need some help? And you say, oh no, my dog's fine. He's just sitting on a tack. And then you say to yourself, okay, well, why doesn't he get up? And the old man says, oh, it must not be in deep enough. And how often is that like in our lives? Is we're complaining about something, but yet it's not really at the point where we want to do something about it. We just want to keep complaining about it. So instead of complaining about it, let's take the courage, the first step to get off that tack and to move forward. So that's, in a sense, a great distinction here, but we're faced complaining versus courage. So in a short little picture of my dog here, Grace, and she poses a question, I got off the tack, are you stuck on any? And that's where I want to leave you today is I want you to be thinking of, you know, what are the grievances or the things that I'm still holding on to that's preventing me from growing, that's preventing me from getting that next level. In order to grow and to be a success in this new norm that we're in, I have to give that up. I have to let go of whatever that is. And then when I'm able to do that, I get to that higher level of confidence and clarity. So my name is Eric Papp. I hope this was worth your time. 10-minute power sessions. I'm going to be back next week, same time. I'm going to be talking about procrastination and perfectionism. Once again, I wish you 3 things. May you have gratitude for your past. May you find the joy in your present, and you have hope for your future. Take care.